Hello there everyone and welcome back to Lovely Grind. My name is Michael Preby and my website is www.lovelygrind.com. That's where you're going to find blog posts about spiritual growth, professional fulfillment, and a balanced approach to total health. Welcome back to this series of videos that I'm doing about prescription drug withdrawal and surviving and healing from that withdrawal. For those of you who haven't seen my videos previously, my story involves the SSRI Paxil and the benzo medication Xanax. Those were both prescriptions that were given to me as a 21-year-old college student for some social anxiety and panic, and I continued taking those medications for nearly a decade and a half. And when I decided around my mid-30s to stop those medications, I was hit by many severe physical and mental and emotional symptoms, and it took me a while to make sense of what I was going through, and it took me a while to find some improvements and some measures of healing. But I did find those measures of healing, I did find those improvements, and that's why I'm making these videos, to share some of the lessons learned and some encouragement with all of you out there who might still be going through such a scenario. Now, the topic of today's video is being patient with yourself. As many of you out there probably already know, healing from prescription drugs isn't an overnight process. It isn't a 100% linear process. It's filled with twists and turns and ups and downs, and just because you have a great hour or a great day or even a great week doesn't always mean that the next hour or the next day or the next week is going to be great. It can be frustrating, and we can get impatient with ourselves. We can get impatient because we might not be able to do as much as we used to do, whether it's professionally or around the house or with regards to physical activity or traveling. But we have to remember to congratulate ourselves for the things that we are able to do, and we have to remember to be patient with ourselves because we're in the midst of working through a process. We're in the midst of recuperating our strength. We're in the midst of finding small measures of healing. But if we continually set unrealistic goals for ourselves or put too much pressure on ourselves to feel 100% comfortable in every social situation, or to have enough energy to run errands all day and to be at work all day and to be commuting before and after all those things, then we're going to simply get frustrated, and that's what's going to, in some respects, set us back because we get down on ourselves. So instead, congratulate yourself, lift yourself up, and be patient with the process of healing, because it is a process, and patient with yourself as you move further and further along your healing timeline. I think sometimes people truly underestimate the enormity of what it means to move from a life of taking medications to a life without medications. Whether that's antidepressants or benzodiazepine medications or both. Moving from having that constant filter over your senses and over your nerves and over your perception of reality and over your social interaction, moving from that reality to a reality where none of that is there anymore, that's a monumental undertaking. And so in addition to whatever changes our receptors are going through as far as upregulating and repairing themselves, there's a psychological and emotional shift that takes place too, as we slowly reacclimate ourselves to the rest of the outside world and to living our own life without the constant filter and aid of these medications. Don't underestimate the undertaking of what you're doing right now. It's the challenge of a lifetime. And I think doctors surely underestimate it, and even well-meaning family members might underestimate it at times. And they might get impatient, saying, okay, so what date are you going to be done? When do you feel better? Are you feeling better today? Does it happen next week? When does it happen? Well, as you know, there's not really a concrete answer for that. It happens when it happens. It happens little by little. And it happens to even greater extents, I think, when we can learn to be patient with ourselves and patient with the process, realizing that it can be unpredictable at times and that we can't accomplish everything we want to accomplish overnight. You know, the goal isn't to get back to exactly how things were before we took the meds or exactly how they were even when we were on the meds. The goal is to find happiness, to find health, to find inner peace. The goal is to find increased energy levels. The goal is to find emotional stability and emotional fulfillment and professional fulfillment and fulfillment in our relationships. The goal is to find spiritual growth in all these things, and all of that is a process. So alongside of whatever upregulation is happening with your receptors, there's also all these other things going on, and it's a process. So simply feel good about where you're at in your process, congratulate yourself on the small improvements, and continue to move forward through it one step at a time, being patient with it, and certainly being patient with yourself. My name is Michael Preby. My website is lovelygrind.com. Please visit that. Subscribe to my mailing list so that you'll get all of my free monthly newsletters. Also, I've got some ebooks and videos in the shop area of that website. Feel free to visit that and browse and see if any of those appeal to you. I think they'll be very useful for you in this healing journey you're on. Also, subscribe to this channel. Click thumbs up on the video if you liked it. And please contact me about coaching. I do coaching for people going through the withdrawal and taper process, and also for those who are going through chronic stress situations. And I really think that the withdrawal is a chronic stress situation in and of itself. So there's a lot of overlap there. So please contact me. I can send you more information about those sessions. Please subscribe to this channel, to my newsletter, and keep checking out all these videos. I hope that you find them very useful. Until next time, I'm Michael Preby. Please remember to take care of yourself and your dreams.